The next presenter moves into a very different arena as a progression from the 3D social site we've seen. This is Tony Parisi from Vivity. Vivity is an older company within the Web3D, but they were known under their older name of Media Machines.
Can I go with slides first? Yeah. Okay, audio's going in. Audio's going in. All right. So we'll start with slides, Leonard.
There you go.
Okay, yeah. Hi, everyone. Maybe time for a little stretch. Now it's getting a little long. It's getting late in the day. Leonard, there is actually a second Silicon Valley presenter, and that would be me.
But you're in San Francisco.
Well, my commute to Menlo Park and my monthly board meetings with venture capitalists, believe me, I'm now a Silicon Valley presenter. Yeah, Vivity was formerly known as Media Machines, and we've been heavily involved in the development of VRML X3D and related standards and technologies. I want to change it up and talk about something that's a little more of a consumer software type of orientation with what we do. And with that slide, please, Leonard. So the goal of our company is to do nothing less than transform the web into an immersive 3D experience. Right now, virtual worlds, you hear a lot about them. There's still only generously a few million people in online virtual worlds such as Second Life, whereas there are a billion people on the internet and a couple 100 million people on social networks. And so our goal is to get to that level of mass consumption with real-time 3D in a web browser. We've spent several years building an X3D-based platform for creating virtual worlds, and I'm going to show you that today. And we, a month ago, launched a consumer application called Vivity Scenes, which allows anybody to make their own personal scene and share it with their friends and actually communicate in real time with their friends in a multi-user avatar setting within Facebook and AOL Messenger, and we'll be launching on more platforms soon. So a little bit about what we think about standards. As I said already, we've contributed to X3D for years. We've built our entire platform in the application you're going to see on 3D standards, which include X3D, Collada for the content creation, because the digital content creation tools support that real well, and then we actually converted to X3D. And then we built our entire application essentially in Ajax, JavaScript, a web technology. Everything you're going to see here is built completely on open web and an open architecture. And the reason we care about that is not because we're altruistic. We believe that this is going to give developers the broadest freedom of choice in how they create content. And you don't build an immersive 3D web with one company or with one company in a closed tool set. Everybody on the internet builds this together. And that's why we've invested so heavily in an architecture that's around open standards and, you know, taken the better part of a decade to roll out what we're doing in terms of the core technology and these standards. And now we're at the next wave where we're going to unleash what we hope is a whole bunch of consumer activity around it. What we have launched at the show, so what I'm going to show you today is an easy-to-use consumer application, but what we launched at the show is what we call our Vivity Create program. It's formerly Flux Studio. It's now known as Vivity Studio, a free authoring tool for creating content that could plug into the Vivity Scenes application you're going to see today. Currently, the application has only content we created in our in-house studio, but starting with Vivity Create and a set of promotions that are going to go on for months, we're going to start giving these tools to everybody, getting tools into the hands of people so they can make anything that they can imagine. And we even have a contest where we're got a $1,000 prize for whoever can make some cool stuff. And we're going to jury it in the beginning, but over time this will become out of control, and anybody will be able to do anything and post anything, and we'll deal with the consequences of that someday. But at the moment we're keeping it kind of tight and juried just so we can start getting good submissions and getting feedback. And it's really about creating a dialogue, starting a dialogue with our authors and creators to see what they want and why they're interested in it. Do they want to make money? Do they want to be famous? Do they want to just show off their cool art? So with that, I'm going to move over to doing a demo. Okay, internet, how about a cable? My bad. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to assume that you've heard about Facebook. and maybe you've even used it. And if you don't know or haven't, then you're probably too shy to even talk about it. So I want to look for a show of hands. But here it is, my Facebook page. And I'm going to launch the Vivity Scenes beta application. No. Come on. Come on. There we go. Which is going to run as a Facebook application. They have an application programming platform where you can build little plugins to it, essentially. And there's an area of your Facebook window which can be a Flash window, or in this case, a Vivity window. And so what you're seeing now load is our 3 megabyte plugin. You really need a plugin to render this stuff in 3D for real, or a Java applet, but you need some software. We didn't do it in Flash because we couldn't really do this in Flash, and you need an immersive 3D kind of engine to do this. So with a tiny 3 megabyte plugin, you install it once, you've got it. You now have X3D support. So now we've downloaded the content live, and you see my scene here. And I created this essentially from a template. Then I can customize it and skin it. I can go in and edit, change properties. I can go, for example, pop a YouTube video onto this screen. And if the internet gods are good to us, and it's not going to stream, I don't know, we'll come back to that maybe. Got some other ones going over here. Oh yeah, there's my Rock Band. So if any of you know the game Rock Band, I'm stuck on Won't Get Fooled Again on expert drums. And this guy posts all these videos of all his expert drums. He's got 4 cameras in what I can only believe is his mom's basement, doing expert drums in Rock Band. So this is what I'm aspiring to. I can't get through this one song on expert. So, you know, basically my personal media choices here. And it doesn't stop there. I can actually put photos from Flickr up on the wall, as you see over here. I've got Facebook friends and a whole list of them I can scroll through. And so this is fully web integrated. That's why we invested in that kind of web technology. And in this case, I've got a friend on Facebook who's not on Vivity yet. I'd go give him an invite. And then finally, I'll see if this is going to work if anybody else is online here. Maybe I can give a shout out to Jim and say, come meet me. And in the meantime, we could play with my avatar, and you can see that I've got, you know, a full 3D avatar. I can make her gesture and all and whatnot. Hello. And if Jim ends up visiting me, we'll do a multi-user chat, but we may run out of time for this demo. So the other thing that's key to this is I can add and remove objects, and I can create all these things. They download. They're made in X3D, and they download automatically over the internet. And so what we're doing with Vivity Create is, hey, anybody out there, you want to make objects that would be, you know, plugged into this web-based virtual world system, tap into the 3D social network that we're building, then you can do that using free tools.
Tony, why don't we leave this thing up here and running while we bring our last presenter up?
Sure.
In case your friend shows up, then we can quickly pop back there.
Okay, by me. If we see a little flashing Vivity bug down on the right here, that means someone's trying to chat. So that'll be our signal. Let me know.
Tony will be watching that since we have to switch projectors.